Hello, good evening. Twin Minds here. More Kerbals tonight. I'm missing my face, as you can see. This is something that happens every 4 to 6 months, roughly. The face gets buzzed down. And it was the night, so it happened. Oh well. No one is here to even care, so it's quite alright. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I have shaved down the number of mods, as well as my face. We're down to 202 from 216 last stream, Sunday night, yes. So I'm getting there. I gotta pare down some mods more, but it's taken some time to figure out which ones I like, which ones I don't like, which ones are duplicated mods of other things. Fuck it, words. So, for example, if we look at tanks, we got a lot of tanks. We got this tank, and we got this tank. Let's actually see how they stack up, quite literally, actually. So we've got, this one by default is a 0.9375, which is an entirely new radial. The standards prior to that were, actually you can see it with the rescale option, 0.625 and straight to 1.250. So this is the standard radius, this is the standard small radius, so someone somewhere decided it'd be a brilliant idea to put somewhere in between. So if we resize this with this lovely rescaling mod, we get it equal. However, they're not the same height, so it's not going to be an easy comparison. But we've got 50 and 75. So actually that's about right, roughly. Let's see if we have a better comparison piece. Maybe this one? No. This one. Sure, let's go with that one. No. This one. No. Okay, so this is where the mod comparison comes a little bit tricky. That looks right? Those two are not the same size. God damn it. God damn it. But, I mean, they appear to be roughly the same. So, now it's a matter of figuring out, you know, which mod has tanks that I like versus tanks that I don't like, which ones have better features. And by features, I can show you what I mean. Let's go into structural. So this. It's a giant-ass cube. It doesn't look too terribly remarkable, right? Well, not only is it a big structural piece, it is... our scale is not very visible, but I think it's 3 meters. I think. But we have other options. Let's get this right-clicked over here. Either way. We'll take a look at this face because it's easier to see. So we've got solid, we've got truss, and closed truss, so it's more stable looking, and we have tank. Now, this is just, you know, a thing that looks like a tank inside, but it doesn't really matter what it actually looks like. We can make it store things. So by default it stores nothing, but you can make it store liquid fuel and oxygen, just liquid fuel, or monopropellant. So this is a kind of, I know, right? It's not really a shave. If you look really closely, it's more of a buzz. But yeah, I buzz down every few months once the beard starts to bother me. And then, you know, 6 months from now it'll be fully grown and I'll shave it again. Just a constant cycle with me. I can never keep a beard for very long because it starts to bother me. But I can't shave smooth because that bothers me. So, I usually don't care, but it usually shocks people every 6 months. I've been Keba'd. Howdy, Keba. How you doing? Thank you for the host, Keba. So as I was just describing, we have parts that can change their physical look. So, you know, this is a mod I had a hard time justifying removing because it's multi-purpose. It can store multiple different types of fuel. And it was like less than a meg in size. So it wasn't really worth removing. So I'm still trying to figure out, you know, which mods to remove here. This one doesn't have the tank thing because it's not big enough to really house a tank, but it can still store stuff, which is good. Oh, tough call. Can't they mate and have adorable, idiotic babies? Or can we just have a blended society where they just all get along together? Okay. So, let's see. All of my rockets that I've previously built have invalid parts. Because I have removed 12 mods since Sunday. So I definitely removed some mods that had parts I was using. Not a huge deal. None of these rockets were remarkable masterpieces or anything like that. But we do still have a bottle rocket of science. Not that it's a good ship. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these because they're worthless. You can't load them in. It just straight up says not loaded because it has missing parts. Same thing happens if you have ships that are in orbit that have parts that have been removed. They get deleted from space. So it's hazardous to remove mods, and that's why I really didn't want to start this career mode until I had my mod list sorted out. But I figure I'm not doing anything too remarkable yet, and that means I have some time to whittle it down before I get anything, you know, permanently in space. That's an interesting looking thing. It's got liquid fuel and oxygen and monopropellant. Interesting. It's got a really weird size though. Looks like it can be shrunk down to regular sizes. The concern though is what's this bottom size? Like what? This is Blue Dog. Okay. So Blue Dog does tend to stick with the base sizes. So if I scale this down, it probably, let's see, it goes from, actually if we eyeball it right there, that's roughly the same width as the cement piece here. So if we raise that up to its default 1.875 and we look at this, that does look to be roughly the same size as that cement piece right there. Hard to tell, but I'm guesstimating. But what the hell is 1.875 that would fit on the top? That I do not know. But we have some goals, and let's leave and take a look at those goals, because I want to. Oh, that's right, I don't have to leave. I have a mission. I have mission control access from anywhere now, so I didn't even need to leave to do this, which I will have to remember because load times are a bitch with all these mods. But so where is my mission control from anywhere? There we go. It's not quite the same as going into the other mission control. And this is the other option, but this is just active. So, like if we go into mission control, we get the mods, or the missions sorted out, part testing and whatnot. So it's not quite the same as the other view, but we'll deal with it. Part testing. Test a thingy at the launch site. I can do that. Test a thingy at landed at Kerbal. I can do that because I can do that at the launch site. In flight, orbiting, in flight, in flight, in flight. in flight, escape trajectory, in flight, and in flight. So, nope. Alright, so load times to get in and out of the VAB are roughly 30 seconds, just a hair under. Load times to get into the game are currently sitting at just over 13 minutes, which is typically why if I crash for the night, depending on the time, I will either end early or we'll start up something like Oxygen Not Included to keep things moving without having to make everyone sit for wait times, or load times. But going in and out of the VAB is not too terrible. Oh, hey, this even has RCS installed. I like it. Whatever it is, I like it. I wish I knew what size or what things would fit on here. I mean, I guess I could do something like... well, I mean, not really exactly that, but like that, and then have it as its own resizing coupler, but then you end up with this saucer-shaped thingy in the middle of a very narrow rocket, so, yeah. I'll figure out what it's used for eventually. Okay, so as for pods... we have this little bugger. This, oh my. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we need to test this thing, which is the space crane, and we need a radial SRB. So I need to go into the engines, and here's the other reason I want to pare down my mods. I only have a small handful of tech trees unlocked, and I already have just an assload of engines. So I really need to slim this down. But that's difficult because I don't like choices. Or I don't like being forced to make choices. Alright, so we're going to put that bugger right there and drop all the fuel out of it. And we're going to launch. Because fuck it, why not? Doodly doo, doodly doo, ding dong, doodly doo. There we go. Okay, so both of these need to be tested at the launch site. However, I just realized that this still has all of its fuel, because I didn't realize it has fuel, so I'm just going to thrust limit it. There. So, test, and run test. Hooray! So, now I cut thrust and I re-limit, and I'm just curious where this thing goes. And it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's got RCS, but it's not enough RCS thrust to do anything. So what else does it have? It's got charge, it's got reserve power, it's got liquid fuel, oxidizer, monopropellant, but it doesn't have engines, I suppose? Oh man. Now that you've thrown the aliens from Toy Story in there, that's even tougher. I mean, are there union laws against me hiring all of them as my minions? I mean, Kerbal, okay, so Kerbal's adorable and green, and they can go to flippin' space. The aliens from Toy Story were trapped in a little glass box. Raving rabbits tend to get it themselves exploded more often than not. However, minions are practically indestructible, and as far as I can tell, immortal. They don't ever die. They've been around since the Jurassic period. So, I mean, as far as minions that are functional, it's toss-up between Kerbal and the yellow minions. And if I had the option, I would go with both. Kerbals for their ingenuity and ability to go to space, and minions for their thug brute force that is an immortal force of minions to do my bidding. If I had the option, I could go with both. I don't know why I'm sitting here staring at this thing. We're done. So we have done both tests. We are recovering. Huzzah! I pass! Okay, so we got 11,000 recovered from parts, and we're up to 3,100. Okay, so this is something that I've wanted to do, and I now have enough of a buffer, I think, to do it. And what do we got for this? Testing more at launch site, I will do. Flight, orbit, launch site, I will take that. Flight. Okay. At some point, I think I'm going to have to test parts in flight. But I don't think so yet. It's not terribly noticeable at the moment. At least not since Sunday, because I only removed 12 mods since Sunday. But compared to my original 150, or 250, sorry, 250, it is definitely noticeable. It used to be almost 23 minutes to load the game, and now it's down to 13 minutes to load the game. And half the time the game was crashing going into the vehicle assembly building before because of so many parts. But I'm still trying to slim it down, but I think I'll notice it less and less now that I'm removing fewer at a time. As you can tell here, going back to the vehicle assembly building does still take quite some time. There are some tricks to work around it, mostly involving knowing what parts you're looking for and searching for them more effectively. This right here is one of my favorite mods. It's the janitor mod, janitor's closet. You can pop in the mod filter, and it filters the mods down to nothing, and you can either filter it by mod, or you can filter it by module size, and just pick, like, if you want size 1, which is the 1.25, you can just look at size 1s. So that's definitely handy. The only trick is, if I'm hiding all currently, if I show all, it shows all of them. It takes about 20 more seconds to load. Let's see. So this is the Chop Shop mod. I've only got 6 parts from it right now. I've had to click into the text search box to pull up all the parts rather than going to the individual areas. But if I click on the text search box and then hit show all, the game crashes. Because it's trying to load back in all of the parts from all of the mods, all in one window, rather than trying to tab them out. It's too much to handle at once. So I have to click on one of the tabs to get out of the text search, and then show all, wait for it to load, and then I can click on the text search to do the text search if I need to. So there's some little fiddly bits I have to work with to deal with all these mods, but I'm learning as I go. I wonder if that's the mod that I want. No. Interesting. So this is a stack decoupler. This is the procedural fairing base. Ah, okay, so this is just purely a narrow only fairing. It doesn't go out. Okay, now I get it. I also don't know how to close it. There we go. Screw it. Ooh, the game does not like this fairing at all. Good lord. Does not like this fairing. Hurry, exit. Okay. I don't want to use that one again. What mod is that, by the way? That's KW Rocketry. Okay, so that mod is on my short list. So I need to mark that down and do some more testing with that. Because that was terrible. Nope. No fairings. Bad fairings. So I'm not touching that one again. Now there's another thing. If I still like the rest of that, so if the fairings are just crap, but the rest of the mod is good, what I can do is come into the janitor's closet here, and there's a perma prune option, and it actually goes in and it disables the individual piece, the individual part from ever loading in the game. It renames the file, and it stops it from ever loading into the game again. Rather than remove the entire mod, I can just kill specific parts. So if there's a mod that has 50 parts and I only like one of them, enough to make me not want to remove the mod, I can kill the rest of the parts if I don't want them. So there's some really handy features that I'm looking forward to working with. Okay. I need to figure out which parts I'm testing. So I need the Dragon Heat Shield, so that's going to be in here. Dragon Heat Shield. And I need the Snooky. Alright, Snooky, where are you? Can I find the Snooky that way? No, I can't. Okay, so I need the Rosewet. Happy New Year, Joko! Have you noticed I'm missing half my face? There's the Snooky. Snooky is this little bugger. So you don't get any fuel. And we're just going to launch this quick to test some more parts. Oops. I need to add a command module of some kind. We're going to pop that little bugger on top. Lol. Yes. Loot crates. Happy New Year! How you doing, Alpha Games? Yep, that's pretty standard. So when I was somewhere in the neighborhood of 18, I don't remember exactly. When I shaved, I looked 14, and when I didn't shave, I looked 24. To the point where I could actually get away with some things if I didn't shave. So, yeah. Okay, so we're running test. We're running test. They're not tested. Run. Go. Run test. Why are we not running test? Oh. Right. I forgot to put an antenna on here. So I need to actually revert back and put an antenna on here to do the thing. Mario isn't only 24. Wait, hold on. I think Mario actually might be 24. I'm trying to remember when Mario first came out. I feel old now. I feel old in that I can almost remember when Mario came out. Sigh. Alright, communications. Which communication disc are we using? There's this little thing. That little thing. Here we go. There. Now we have communications arrays. Yeah, me neither. I mean, a little bit of weirdness to celebrating a new year coming in, but otherwise it's never been a huge holiday for me. I'm typically home playing games or whatever. Last night was probably the first time I had gone out for New Year's in a very long time. Okay, so now we can run our tests. Hit that button. Run test button. Hit that button. Okay, all of our tests are done. Now we can recover. Okay. So, more parts testing. Launch site. I'm okay with these launch site ones coming up. And splash down. I can probably do a splash down. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Let's reroute to this as the main part. Get rid of this crap. And we are testing, let's see, the launch stability enhancer. That's one of these thingies, isn't it? Yeah, that's this thingy. Okay. How do I connect it? How do I connect the two things? Okay, how about... There we go. Okay, so I can only connect it to certain things. Alright. Which antenna? If you're talking about this thing, this is a launch stability enhancer. And I can't connect it to anything for some reason. Now this is far too much rocket. Like I don't need this much rocket. I really don't need this much rocket. But I need to test the thingy, so let's see. Which probe? Let's do this probe. And let's do a liquid tank of some description or another. Well, that's odd. Well, no wonder it's odd. This is a 1.5. Why the hell is this 1.5? Oh, Blue Dog, you cad. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so we have a lot of Delta V on this thing. Probably too much. Because I only need to make it to the water. But, let's see. Let's grab the launch assist doohickey. And then I need to also test the Juno. Okay. Can I search for Juno? Can search for Juno. However, I can't use it. How about we radial coupler a single Juno onto the side and hope that this doesn't screw me up horribly. Meh. 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 Okay. Thinking. I'll put that on last. Alright, so I need... There we go. I don't think dentists really want to see people destroying their teeth. nose cone. What I need is an intake. I don't think I have an intake. I don't know where I would find an intake. That's kind of neat. Where are the air intakes for aircraft? I thought they were under aerodynamics. And they possibly are, and I just don't have any yet. Okay, well, fine, be that way. There. And then we can put some fins on here. There, this is pretty. It's pretty. Not that one. I want this one. Unless this cone has aerodynamic or an antenna on it, which it does not appear to. Okay, fine. So we do need the antenna, I suppose. This little bugger on the nose would be kind of cute. That's an antenna, supposedly. And then we need the launch stability assist thingamabobber, which is this one. Sure. 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 There, let's see if this thing goes. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's gonna go somewhere. What are we calling this thing? Someone tell me what we're calling this thing. Done and done. No. No. Just no. Okay, so we're up, we're assisted, everything's alive. Activate? Sure. Okay, so we only have a little bit of time before the electric charge is out, so we're gonna have to move kind of fast here. Not fast, but still fast-ish. Alright, I'm gonna full throttle, but it's probably gonna kill me. So I need to stage properly. Stage, stage, stage. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Hold up, hold up. No. Not ready to go. I almost decoupled my engines instead of decoupling the launch assist thingies. Okay. Engine, decoupler thingies, and okay. So first off, these need to be tested, which I think just means go. Where's my... Where's my plume? I'm going, but there's no thingy at the back. What's going on here? Holy crap, it survived. Holy crap, it survived. I literally don't know what just happened. Oh. I think it just burned up all of the fuel available in like a half a second burst, and then it was just done. Wow. Okay then. So I'm trying to see if I can get it splashed down, because then I can at least test the engine. Come on, end up in the water. Come on. You can fall in the water. You can do it. Come on, little guy. Hold on, hold on. Can I transfer? I can't transfer. Damn it! Go! Splish! Be free! Nope. We're floating. But we're not splashed down. Okay. This needs a redesign. I am recovering. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And we're recovering instead of reverting, because of the promise I made to myself that I'm only going to revert when I'm actively screwing around. This was a legit attempt to try to do this mission, which is why I'm doing unmanned missions for right now, because I don't want to kill off all my Kerbals in 2 seconds. I can recover these parts, which is good. And I've made back all my money, except for maybe fuel that was lost. So, now I need to actually check that engine and see what its usage is. Because I'm pretty sure it just burned through all the fuel instantly. It did survive. That was amazing to me. I didn't think it would. Which reminds me I have to install parachutes this time. I need to install parachutes and floaties, because it's going to be going into the water, so it needs to be able to float. Because whatever mods I've got installed, the ships can now sink. Alright, so this is the Vulture. I literally grabbed the first engine I could find. So it burns... let's see. It burns 4 fuel per second. And this tank has 10 or 100 fuel in it. So it should have not burned all the fuel instantly. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I do not know what happened. But I'm going to pick different stuff. So I'm going to take that away. Take that all away. Yes, the small rocket ship of Doom Mark II. That's not enough fuel. Let's go with more fuel. Alright. And then engines, I'm going to pick one with a little bit less thrust. Let's see. That's probably not enough thrust. That's only 5. Also not nearly enough. I think 18 would be enough. Thrust to weight is 0.5, so no. This looks promising. 79-ish. Thrust to weight is 2. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Kind of dig this model here. It's kind of neat. Which model is that? That is from Blue Dog. Okay. Alright then. So we've got engines, we need aerodynamic wing things. Let's go with these for some control. Can I not strap this on? I can, it's just being weird. Apparently, only this part counts as a surface to put stuff on. So that means that this is not very great. I do not check that at all. Should I be? Because, I mean, ultimately, one of the goals of this playthrough is to recover as much of each piece, or as much of each rocket as I can, so that I don't burn through much in the way of cost. And that means that I am hopefully not spending too much money. That is a lot of rocket. Okay. I will go with, let's see, this is tiny. I'll go with this one. And then I will go with that engine again. As soon as I can find it. It was this one. And that's too much TWR. That's a little better. Okay. Bah. There we go. Okay, back to wing things. Okay. So we've got thrust to weight. We've got engine, and we've got thingies. Okay. Now we need parachutes and whatnot. And where's the floaties? I need the floaties. These are the floaties. That's too big a floaty. Small floaties. Okay. So we've got parachutes, we've got decouples. There. There. It's an exceptionally safe ship. It's going up, it's going that way, and as soon as it gets over the water, I will break loose. No, I don't want to break loose these things yet. Okay. I will do that. Oh, I don't even need these parachutes, do I? I was thinking I was going to break loose the little side things first. But I realized I need them to stay attached to my ship when I splash down so I can run the test. So I don't even need to parachute them. So they will be the last things to decouple, and I won't even need to decouple them, honestly. So, parachute, parachute. We go, go, go. Okay. I think I'm ready. Small rocket ship of Doom Mark II. Actually. There. Nope. The word "the" is irrelevant. I was even tempted to leave out the word "of." Okay. I am ready to go again. That doesn't look normal. We have a line on the horizon. And there's a line on this horizon. Something's broken. Not surprised. Okay. So we are going. Seriously? Seriously? Well, fine. We're just going to go this way. And we're going to hover there. Or we're not going to hover there. We're going to collapse into pieces. So how are you guys doing tonight? It wasn't top heavy as much as I forgot to calculate in thrust to weight ratio of the engine in atmosphere. I think I was looking at it without atmosphere. So yeah. And I actually did remove the Kerbal Engineer mod because supposedly MechJeb was able to give me all of the stats I need. But from what I've found, MechJeb does not give me all the stats I need. Because it only tells me the thrust to weight. It does not tell me what the thrust to weight is in atmosphere if I choose to test that out. So it absolutely forgot thruster day, and it's very sad. Alright, so I'm taking this off. Finding a different thruster. How about this one? Okay, so this tells me that I have a 3.48 thrust to weight. But, let's see. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Huh. Yeah, this does not tell me thrust to weight in atmosphere. So I might need to reinstall Kerbal Engineer just to get the stats I want. Okay, so check this out. This says thrust to weight is 3.48 here. This vessel info thingy here says my surface thrust to weight is 4.14. So, gigawatt? Whatever. We got enough thrust now. Fine. It's fine. We are Mark III now. And I'm going to take out the O. Okay. We good? Are we good? Fuck it, go. Only time will tell. Alright, so we've got parachutes, we've got decoupling things, we got go. Okay. Supposedly, we can go now. I've got SAS on, I'm gonna hit the go button. And it's going. But we do not have plumage again. So we're fine. We're going. And I really don't need to keep thrusting that. Okay, so I've popped the chutes. And I really just need to splash down. So I went way too far, honestly. Hooray! Alright, so now we just need to warp down. And we've landed. We're not sinking, which is unexpected. Actually, I thought we were going to sink. So, now I just need to run test here. The hell? Oh, okay. No. What's going on? I do not know why this hasn't worked. But I suspect the antenna is messing things up. Because I have no connection up here. Apparently it is. My guess is that we've burned enough liquid fuel that the remaining tank counts as buoyant, perhaps? I don't know what the rules of anything are in this anymore. So I can't deploy. No, I have no control over the ship anymore. Up at the top left it says no connection. And that means that the drone that I'm using to control doesn't have connection to the wherever the hell the launch pad is anymore. So I can't do anything. I can't run my test. I can't deploy the parachutes. I can't do nothing. So something has gone wrong with that connection. So I'm going to have to get a different antenna on there, I think. So my guess is this antenna is just terrible. But again, totally a guess. I don't even know for sure if that's the answer. Because this says it's got a range. Well, it says it's got an omni range of 250 kilometers. That's not. I don't think that's kilometers. That might be kilometers. At 3 nanometers wavelength. At least I think that's how that's read. I don't know. I don't know. I'm fine. How are you, kind sir? Yeah, I got no idea. Because according to the stats, this one is better than this one. But it might be that it wasn't counted as activated first. And I don't know why. I also don't know how to get this antenna on here. Connect. Sure. Okay. I am going to try it again. And try to activate the antenna, because I know I didn't actually do that by hand. Maybe I screwed it up. I might end up taking out remote tech. Game stats can be wrong sometimes. Okay, connected, idle, off. Okay, so I think that might be it. That I just Ah, okay, I get it now. Alrighty, Kiba, see ya. So when this antenna is not activated, it doesn't burn energy, but it only has an omni range of 250. And when you activate it, it takes energy, but it has an omni range of, I don't actually know what that reading is. Is that 3 megameters? Millimeters? I don't know. Either way, it's a larger number. And I'm assuming that's what the answer was. So, let's try to launch again. And I think I know what happened to my plumes, and I'm going to have to fix that by reinstalling a mod, which I didn't want to do. But it'll be fine. Still connected. Parachutes have gone off. That's good. We are splashed down. Also good. And now I can run the test. Good. Okay. So I'm starting to figure out the mechanics. I'm still not sure on remote tech. Because remote tech is what's making the antenna work really hard. And by really hard, I mean so far I have failed more times than not trying to get my antennas to work. So, yeah. Probably could do to read up more on remote tech to make sure I actually understand the rules of it. But that sounds like effort. We'll see. We will see. Because I did find antenna work to be very easy in the base game. So, I kind of want that challenge, but I don't know. We'll see how much I can tolerate it. Alright. Flight, orbiting, flight, landed I can do. Flight, escape trajectory, flight. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I could probably start dumping all these missions I'm not going to do. But they are cash. I did! I lost the lower half of my face. Yeah, what the hell are we testing? We are testing the Chrysalis EE5 Rhesus Werner exhaust engine. Alright. Engine. It's not highlighted in blue. Chrysalis. Chrysalis E5. Hmm. Oh, I love it so much, Arctic Raider. It's great. Hooked on Roblox. I still haven't played that game. Not entirely sure I want to. Okay. We are going to test. Oh, right. I can't use these parts anymore. I can't really use these parts anymore. That'll be fine. I just don't get it. Like, I guess I've just been in Minecraft for so long that looking at a Minecraft clone doesn't really do it for me. Okay, I just need to run a test. And shut down the engine. And we've tested, we can recover. Good. Yeah, mods will definitely tear down your PC. Wait, how do you mod? Oh, mod with phone. Okay, that's right. They recently added mods on Minecraft on mobile devices. I forgot about that. That's still baffling to me. I still don't quite get it. We can test this on the launch site. I don't really like doing one mission at a time testing, especially with these load times, but it's the only ones that I've got. And that is the Prometheus solid rocket. That would be this one. Oh, dear Lord. That's a hell of a rocket to test so early on. Okay. Alright, we're testing it. However, I am going to kill all of its fuel because... Hello, Dolores! How you doing? Hey, King Golden. Long time no see. How you doing? Poot. Alright, test is done. We can clear out all of these. The twin barber poles help my ship stand up. And advertise that we're going for a shave. Okay, so we're going to upgrade that. I know, the channel is growing. It's fun. Alright, so we're going to kill some of these missions. In flight, escape trajectory, etc. Okay, so we've got a launch site, splashdown I could probably manage, no in flight, no in orbit, landed I can do, launch site I can do, orbit, orbit, landed, in flight, orbit. Escape trajectory is terrible. In flight. Okay. We got 5 missions to do. That's better. Much better. I am not going to land on the Mun anytime soon. I am very, very early in this career. So I barely have the means to get off the ground, yet alone go to the Mun. I'm just trying to do some missions to get my money up and get some easy science. This part can go away. Alright, so what are we testing? Alright, so we've got the Satavis solid rocket, okay. I am just playing the game how I want to play the game, dude. I don't need to take all the suggestions. But chill, we'll be doing some stuff. So I need the Stara. Oh, we have plenty of Staras. Satavis. That one. Okay. We also need Wildcat. Not Wildcan, Wildcat. Okay, we got a Wildcat. We have another star I didn't even notice. And this is the Aethra. Aethra. Alright. And a small landing gear. Alright. Small landing gear. They want us to test this thing. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to balance this on this side. And hopefully avoid falling over. Because I'm going to take these things off. Oops. I need the whole rocket, not just part of it. Alright. Those legs are not going to cut it. Alright, so it is entirely possible that we're going to fall over. I'm going to put some more legs. Because why the hell not? So hopefully that will prevent most of the explosions. We will start deployed. Alright, so that is most of the tests. The only other one that I need is to test the decoupler splashdown at Kerbal. So I'll have to build a different thing for that. Alright, so we're going to launch this and see if it falls over or explodes. It did fall over. That's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to limit the thrust on this so we don't end up going places that we don't want to go. And I'm going to limit the thrust on this. Okay, so now I just need to run a bunch of tests. Run test. And run test. And run test. Hooray. And then the other one is over here. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh hey, it's not going anywhere. Hooray! Hooray, we didn't die. Okay. So I'm going to recover. Chill out, dude. I'm trying to get some stuff done in the career mode. You gotta stop telling me what to do, buddy. Alright, here's a couple splashdowns. I can take that. I got a bunch of junk surveys to do, which I'm never gonna do. Alright, so now I gotta design this thing to get somewhere and splash down. Alright, so I need some advice, if you will. I have a mod that will automatically go around and survey all of the different locations in the complex for all of the different science that's available. So should I do that, or should I attempt to do it the long and hard way and build a rover that will probably take me a dozen or so trips to get all the science? Like, part of me wants to do it the legit way, and part of me really doesn't want to have to go through all of that again. So let's dump some of this crap. Actually, this might actually end up being a good engine. It's a little bit too powerful, but it'll be fine. We're still in our landy bits. Oh, penguin. But you gotta remember that that would annoy me as well. That's why I installed the mod. I actually used it once in my test career mode just to see how it worked, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I don't even remember what button to push for that, honestly, so that might actually be the first challenge, is figuring out which button to push. Alright, so I need to install two different things. I need to install a... Wait. I need to install two different stack decouplers. Alright, I can do that. Alright, so first off, utility. And strap on another floaty on this half, because we're going to stack decouple some stuff. Exactly, Penguin. And that's actually the purpose of that mod. It straight up says in the description, going around and gathering all of that science is really obnoxious, so we hired an outside firm to take care of that for us. So, I mean, it makes sense thematically. It makes sense sanity-wise. Oh, that's a really big decoupler. I mean, sure. Alright, the other, so this is the Prometheus, and the other decoupler I need is the Viclun. Viclun? Sure, Viclun. And that would be this one. Oh, that's a really tiny decoupler. It's adorable. Alright, so we're going to put that under there, and that there, and that there. So none of these things are the right size, but that's okay. Can I resize this one? Yes. Can I resize the other one? Boy, where'd he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? I'm missing the other decoupler. Oh, it's inside the damn ship. Whoops. Well, it's inside the damn ship. So let's grab another one. Alright, so this one we can scale up so that everything fits. Hooray! And fits enough. Fits-ish. Alright, so I need to stage these properly. These need to come down to the stage below. And then I'm going to need to stage this one next, and then this one. So I can run those tests. Okay. So this whole thing is going to go over the ocean, land the whole thing, and then decouple this one, and then decouple this one for those both of those tests, and then recover all of it. Okay. That'll do. So we are ready to launch, I think. Hold on. Antenna. Start. Coupled. Engines. Fuel. Rocket. Delta V. TWR. Okay. We're good. Playing this the hard way is hard. I hope you realize that there is more to playing this game than just shooting rockets up in space. Like, there actually is the building and the planning and the career mode and things that need to actually get done before I can take off. And you demanding that I take off is not helping matters. So please, calm the hell down. Alright, so I'm going that away. Everything's checked, I believe. Okay. Oh, hey, I have plumage again. I lost that before. Alright, so I'm over the water so I can cut it down. I love the color of that, by the way. Like some of my favorite colors. What? Why did my ship suddenly fall apart? I mean, I know you're a decoupler, but geez, don't do your job so well. Okay, fine. Be that way. Well, those parts are lost. That's unfortunate. I mean, we do still have parachutes, so my nose cone and my tests will be still valid. So I guess it's not a total loss, but still, what the hell happened? I'm going to have to look into Ferrum Aerospace, because that's one that makes aerodynamics very important. And I'm pretty sure it's going to piss me off more than anything. Alright, so I'm going to speed up a hair here because we're going 3 meters per second, and that's going to be very slow falling. Sploosh! Okay. So we are still not sinking. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and deploy that anyway. Because why the hell not? Alright, so now we can decouple this one. I want to make sure my tests are valid. So decouple that one. And it's going down. And then we can decouple the next one. And it's also... The fuck? That thing just spun around like mad and shot off like a rocket on its own. Alright. Hooray! All of the tests successful. I lost bits and pieces, but... I made it. I mean, I'm fine with my rocket shooting like a rocket. I'm not okay with the little parts and pieces shooting off like rockets. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, do we have any parts invisible range? We do. Okay, well, I can actually recover all of my stuff. Hooray! Alright, so, am I pushing the button? What's this button do? Oh, patch manager, okay. I never figured out what this button does. It just says that there's no config. So I'm going to have to look that one up at some point. What does this button do? Real shoot settings, okay. And this button is the one window, and this button is the manager. Okay, so we have another test at launch site. Sure. Focus survey, go away. Temperature survey, go away. I don't entirely know what all of that means, King. More temperature surveys go away. Temperature surveys. More temperature surveys. Should I be concerned I can't click on the vehicle assembly bay anymore? Well, I am pretty concerned by that. I know, I love this music. I know, I dig this music so much. I have Blade to thank for that. Blade and Bart, they pointed me this direction. Nope, that's not useful yet. Okay. Well, we have a problem. And that problem is I can no longer click on any of the buildings. I wonder why that is. That is a problem. That's exactly what I'm planning on doing, Joko. By the way, while this loads, my wallpaper. I love these guys. Alright, back to the career. Can I click on the building? Uh-oh, I cannot click on the building. I disapprove. I disapprove greatly. I'm trying to see if it's just part of my screen that's covered up, but it doesn't appear to be. I also have noticed, normally you see there's buttons on the side that that show up for each building. Yeah, those buttons are gone. Alright. Oh, I'm aware. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can reload this one. Because if we can't reload this one, then that's it. Like, I'm out of career mode. And I'll have to fiddle around with the mods to see if I can get it working. Nope. Interesting. Interesting. There's one more thing I want to try. And that is... I have key bindings to see if there's a key to get into the hangar. There does not appear to be a key to get into the hangar. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm trying to figure out which one would have broken it. Because I was clicking on a handful of these down here. Joko, you are much more well-versed in musical terms than I am. My ability to describe musical terms is, this sounds good. Real shoot settings. Okay, so I do not know why I can no longer access the buildings. And that's a little bit upsetting. Because everything else is functional. Like, literally everything is functional. Except for... Huh. Interesting. If I push this button... Nope. I do not have access to my buildings anymore. Well, so the problem with that is that loading the game with this many mods takes almost 15 minutes. So I'm pretty much going to have to end the stream there if I do that. So what I think I will do... I have to think a moment. Yeah, 15 minutes. So, you're probably right. Reloading the game will probably help, but that's not something that's easily done at this time. No. UI scaling takes a reset anyway. Okay. Nothing I can really poke at in here. Why? Why buildings? Why? Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to end the stream early. Very early. And I hate doing that, but there's not too terribly much time to get into a new game. And I do start work tomorrow after a week of vacation, so I really should sleep early. So I'm going to end the stream here early. Sorry it did not go as long as my usual, but still had fun. So, yes, help me, you are late to the party and I am ending early. I know, it's terrible, but it's broked. It's broked. It's broked. So no, I'm not gonna browse the internet or play video in the browser. I'm gonna go. I should sleep early. So yeah. So sorry about the fail of game. I will be slimming down more mods as possible, and fixing the broken things. So, tomorrow night will be Minecraft again, and then back to Kerbal hopefully on Wednesday. So till then, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!